I hope everyone is having a wonderful new year. It's actually been a rocky start for me, but I can't think of any better way to usher in 2020 than with a new Flat Earth proof. This proof comes from my friend in Santa Barbara, California, who goes by the YouTube name BMLSB69. The link will be in the description. I don't know if he really cares if you subscribe, but I love his channel, and so I highly recommend it. I have shared BMLSB69's videos many times on my channel, and this is another gem. Maybe you remember this older video from BMLSB69 when he brought his camera down to just 1 foot off of the water and filmed these two different oil platforms. Under the globe model, the horizon, which the globe zealots allege is a physical edge of the observable ball Earth, would have a maximum distance of only 1.2 miles at an observation height of 1 foot. Instead, you can see that the horizon is beyond the second oil platform that was 9.4 miles away, unequivocally proving the globe model false. I adjusted the colors of this frame to make the apparent horizon a bit more clear. Obviously, the horizon is beyond 9.4 miles, which means that none of the platforms are being hidden by a supposed curvature bulge. If the horizon is not a measurable, physical, observable edge of a sphere, with a circumference of 24,901 miles as the globe model mandates, then without question, the entire heliocentric model, outer space, NASA, ESA, SpaceX, and everything else globe and space related is deception. This simple, repeatable evidence begets the inescapable logical conclusion that we've been lied to on the grandest scale, and that our entire educational foundation is built on lies designed to control us spiritually, mentally, financially, and physically. Maybe you remember this video I've shared where BMLSB69 filmed 3 oil platforms at an elevation of 105 feet. At 105 feet, the globe model would require that the horizon be closer than 12.6 miles. In clear contradiction of the globe model, you can see the horizon extends beyond the third platform, which was 26.45 miles away. Again, and I'll try to say this slowly for the globe faithful who have a really hard time grasping what the globe model requires, based on the observation height of 105 feet, the globe model mandates that the alleged observable physical horizon edge of the globe should have been closer than 12.6 miles, and instead the horizon is much further than 26.45 miles. Furthermore, the second platform should have had at least 48 feet hidden by the curvature, but none of it is. The third platform should have been hidden by at least 129 feet by the globe, and not an inch is hidden. Do you really think that this alleged very tall bulge of water disappeared in front of the second platform and then reappeared miles beyond the third platform without affecting the platforms themselves? If you believe that nonsense, can you then describe to me which portions of these platforms are mirages and which parts are not? As I have joked before, if a naval vessel wanted to fire at one of these platforms, do you think that it would only be shooting at a mirage and would only hit the tall bulge of curved water that's supposed to be blocking these platforms? Or do you think that the vessel would have a direct line of sight with these platforms? Can you point to a naval manual instructing sailors not to shoot at the mirages that have hopped the curvature but are really hidden behind mountains of water? It's ridiculous. We're going to come back to this video in a few minutes because this new observational video confirms the 3-platform video I just shared, but with some additional evidence. Before we jump into the new evidence, I want to address atmospheric compression again. As you will see, atmospheric compression isn't something we flat earthers made up. Unlike magically disappearing and reappearing bulges of water that leave distant objects in between unaffected, atmospheric compression is observable and repeatable, and it very much explains inter alia why distant objects often tend to disappear from the bottom up. Here are 4 examples. This first video is from Red Pill Philosophy. The evidence is clear to any objective reasonable person. The bottom floors were increasingly compressed. You can see it with your own eyes. We're not asking you to take anything on faith. It's real and it's fascinating. Similarly, look at this photo of these distant condos by Wide Awake. Again, the floors get increasingly compressed as they approach water level. This happens often. Take a look at this long-distance photograph comparison from Ranty Flat Earth. Clearly, the boat's letters have been compressed. Finally, look at this compression of an oil platform filmed by BMLSB 69. The lower his camera was to the water, the more the distant platform would compress, and this can be modeled with software. We flat earthers have proven our point. Atmospheric compression can create the illusion of curvature, and globe deceivers will use even obvious compression, miraging, and atmospheric distortion as so-called proof of the curvature. But let's get to the new video because it proves the flat earth and demonstrates compression again. For this new flat earth video, BMLSB 69 was back at his old spot with a camera elevation of 105 feet. We're going to dissect the observational video into two parts. For this first part, we're going to look at some footage BMLSB 69 took of the Anacapa Island Lighthouse. He was 33.64 miles away from the Anacapa Island Lighthouse. The lighthouse has a focal height of 277 feet. In other words, the lamp of the Anacapa Island light is 277 feet above the water level. So, should this lighthouse be visible under the globe model at a distance of 33.64 miles at an elevation of 105 feet? No. Under the globe math, the entire lighthouse should be hidden behind a target hidden height of 297 feet. Let's watch the video. Unfortunately for the cartoon globe, there it is. There's the Anacapa Island light that should be something like 20 feet below the imaginary globe horizon. But it's not. Now, the globalist is going to quickly claim that much of the island is hidden behind a curvature, but the claim is false, as the island has been compressed, as pointed out in the video. Just watch the video. You can see the obvious compression, distortion, especially when you look at the much smaller rocks off to the left side of the island. Real refraction distorts, mirages, obscures, and compresses distant objects, but it certainly does not cause bulges of earth and water to disappear and reappear beyond objects that should be hidden by such bulges and still allows the objects to remain inviolate. But don't worry, you'll see the compression evidence better in this next clip as BMLSB 69 also filmed the three platforms again. For this next part, I used the coordinates from the United States Code of Federal Regulations. All of the coordinates are listed on the map. The first platform, Habitat, was 11 miles away from BMLSB 69. Not a big deal. The second platform, Grace, was 21 miles away. The third platform, Gale, was 26.45 miles away from the camera. Let's look at the globe math again. Nothing of the first platform should have been hidden by the alleged curvature, but the second platform should have been hidden by 48 feet. The third platform should have been nearly entirely hidden by 129 feet. So the globe would require that the horizon and the tall earth bulge appear well in front of the second platform. But look at the third platform. It is compressed in this recent video, but the horizon is still further than the platform. Remember, at 105 feet observation, the horizon was supposed to be closer than 12.6 miles, and it is further than 26.5 miles. Admittedly, it's hard to make out where the apparent horizon is to draw a line. So how do I know, as an absolute 100% fact, that the horizon is further than the platform? It's because there is a large boat that's beyond the platform. The base of the boat is perspectively higher than the platform. That means that there's no curvature blocking that platform when 129 feet of the platform should have been hidden. It only confirms what we saw earlier. You can see that it's a boat later in the video, which I'm showing right here. You see that the boat has moved from behind platform Gale and that the boat was without question further away than 26.45 miles. As I stated before, and I will say it 100 more times, Do you think the supposed tall bulge of curved water that should have been in front of the second platform somehow disappeared and then reappeared beyond the third platform, and this magic act happened and left the platforms unaffected? Why would this selective, magical refraction only impact the horizon line and the water, but not the platforms? I don't know how many more times I can prove the flat earth to you, but I'll keep at it till we put an end to this intellectual tyranny. But before I go, look at these comparisons of the second and third platforms with the old footage compared to the new footage. Look at the manifest compression. The horizon is still further than the third platform, but the third and the second platforms are much more compressed in the newer video. Can you all say this with me? Compression is not curvature, and anyone who claims otherwise is a deceiver. As I make this video, America is seriously beating their war and murder drums again. I just watched a video about the UN and some alleged gun confiscation that's supposed to happen soon. There's even talk about fake space aliens becoming more active with Trump's phony Space Force. Honestly, who knows what will happen this year? There is a lot of doom and gloom going around, but I try to stay away from that as I consider it another form of trauma-based mind control. I think that's why Jesus taught us to not be over anxious about such material things, as it removes that control mechanism of the cabal, but you're welcome to your own spiritual beliefs. But just maybe, if we the slave class can join together and come to the realization that we've been lied to about the fundamental shape of the earth, we can maybe put an end to those mental power controls of the evil cabal and just maybe stop another Luciferian war that will result in the murder of thousands, if not millions, of innocent people. Now, that is what I believe in, and that hope for true freedom is why I try to fight for the flat earth truth on a nearly daily basis. Thank you for watching, and may this be a wonderful year for truth.